What's up, it's you? For today's video, with a full focus moves Pokemon team. I'll be only allowed to attack their opponent with focus moves. So we got Focus Blast, Focus Miss, Focus Energy, Focus Punch, Laser Focus, and I'll also throw in a Pokemon with Inner Focus as well. Best I can do here, this is a very, very limited, difficult team to do because I've only virtually got fighting moves. I've got some strategies to use with it, so I do have some other status moves along with it, but obviously I have to do all my attack damage with the focus moves. Now, this is a random battle on the Wycombe. I believe I've actually versed this person before a very, very long time ago in the past, so the name was quite familiar. I could be wrong, though. Maybe an avid Pipmug watcher would actually remember this. But we got a Como lead here. Now, I've got a funny story for you. So, I got 2 battles already with this team that I was really happy about. And then I actually look back at my team and I'm like, wait, I forgot to use Laser Focus. I'm doing a focus move team and I forgot to put Laser Focus. So people will be roasting me left, right, and center. So I went back and I got a Como set prepared and it actually was really, really good. So we got this Umbreon lead here. It's going to be swapping out against my Como. So we got a Laser Focus, Focus Miss, Focus Punch, Clanger Assault set. Now the Sylveon coming in there really, really scared me. It's like, okay, well, that's it. You know, Como's going to get absolutely wrecked here, right? So I went for the Focus Punch anyway. I've got soundproof as the ability, so the Hyper Voice Pixelate obviously is not even going to do anything against me there. I'm going to go for Focus Punch, and it takes a Sylveon out in one shot, so that was absolutely incredible there. Of course, I got the crit by going for the Laser Focus. So now, Laser Focus guarantees you get a crit the next turn afterwards. So it is like Focus Energy, but it's not. So Focus Energy gives you like 2 stages, whereas this gives you a 100% chance, but only on the next turn. So usually Focus Energy most of the time a lot better. So in comes Scumbreon. It's going to get dropped in one shot too, so this is pretty good. My EV spread is max attack and max special attack, which allows me to hit very, very hard on both sides. And with Clanger Scum, I got a +1 in all of my stats, right? So in comes the Glaceon here. I was like, well, I'm not really sure I'm going to be able... Let's be real. I can't go for a Focus Punch here because I got to tighten my focus of 110. Focus Blast is probably going to Focus Miss, so let's go for the Dynamax and see if I can do some decent damage here. I mean, I can boost my attack with Max Knuckle, and both moves actually boost my attack too. So here we go, Dynamax Como, but Como will not be in the second 2 battles because, as I mentioned before, I completely forgot about Laser Focus. So I did have another Pokemon I put in its place there. But that's all good there. At least I remembered, right? So we got a double Dynamax here. It is Glaceon versus Como. So Glaceon's pretty threatening Pokemon too. Not as threatening as Sylveon because it's obviously it's a fairy type and stuff like that. But still, it's most definitely going to have an ice type move. So go for the Max Knuckle. Now I chose to actually do this one off Focus Punch, and it almost took it out. I was very, very close there. So that was excellent damage. I was like, okay, well, that's a pretty good effort. I almost took out 3 Pokemon. Here comes a Max Hail Sword for the Glaceon. Glaceon's got a lot of special attack there, and I just managed to deliver on 24 health, which is incredible. So now the salt is going to start falling a little bit. Now, I've got the item as Citrus Berry, so this is going to buy me a little bit more time here. I definitely will be able to take Glaceon out. Now, even if it stalls me for the next 2 turns to Dynamax, it's going to go. So that's excellent. So that means I can definitely take out half of their team already. So obviously they've got an evolution team there, if you haven't guessed that already. So that's going to be the end of Glaceon. Como is sweeping through this team. So that's going to give me some nice attack boost at the same time. So bye-bye Glaceon. Now on their team they did have 3 other evolutions, and I think their next they had like a I was really worried about Sylveon. I looked there, I was like, man, I'm gonna get dropped by this thing. Next is gonna be the Flareon. It's a shiny Flareon too. It doesn't really change very much. And this is my final turn of Dynamax. Of course, I went for the Max Knuckle here, and that is gonna be the end of the Flareon. So that's gonna give me another attack boost, and that is another Pokemon down right there. So we are sweeping at the moment with a Focus Miss, Focus Punch, Como there with a little bit of help from Max Knuckle. Now the next Pokemon is gonna be Leafon. So like, okay, Leafon, this is gonna be interesting. Now I was thinking to myself, well, I can go for Focus Miss. Will I be able to... Hopefully I can land it right. So I went for the Focus Miss. It's not gonna miss. And now it's gonna hit the Leafon. Leafon's special defense isn't the greatest in the world, and it's gonna drop it. I've taken 5 Pokemon out, and I got the crit too. And there's a salty DC, people. There you go, man. That Como popped off. So that was virtually a Como sweep with Focus Blast and Focus Punch. Crazy. If you enjoyed that, people, make sure you hit a like on the video. I mean, how could you not after that? Let's get on to battle number 2 here. This is the battle against Mr. Guzzler. This is a pretty funny battle too. Now, both the next 2 battles are really, really long. and they didn't actually include Como to have another Pokemon. So I can see the Shuckle's got Contrary, because Intimidate is going to be affecting it there, opposite. So I've got Focus Energy, Focus Blast, Substitute, and Work Up on this Hitmontop set. I'm going to go for Focus Energy. I'm going to tighten my focus and go for those critting focus misses. So the item on this is Scope Lens, so I get 100% crit. Shuckle's going to go for a Final Gambit, and it takes me out. Like, oh, dang it. So bye-bye Hitmontop and bye-bye Shuckle, okay? So next Pokemon to come in, I was thinking, well, you know, Hitmontop tried its very best. Let's go into Glade here, right? So this Glade is going to be an interesting set. We got Focus Punch, Substitute, Confuse Ray, Thunder Wave, and ability is going to be Justified. I think I've got Ring Target on this too. So the Blissey was called Guess What, and then it's called Guess What I was like, why do I it's called Guess What I? So I went for the Focus Punch here, right? And the Blissey, it goes for a copycat. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to do a somersault, and it's going to copy Final Gambit. Final Gambit Blissey. Like, watch the name. Ready? Like, watch this name. It actually comes up with a whole name as it makes. Guess what I... It says, guess what I fainted, and guess what I Final Gambit. Man, that's a very, very smart nickname there. And my Glade got trolled. So this second battle is an absolute disaster. Very, very nice there. It actually brings me back to my old... if anyone was around still then that, still watches my videos, it brings me back to the old 6 Final Gambit Blissey, a troll used against me back in, I think it was like X and Y. So the next Pokemon's going to be Graplock here. This is a pretty cool set. I really had to run a Soak Pokemon on this team because... any ghost types and stuff like that, or just any resisting types, it was very handy again. So go for Octolock on the Kangaskhan there. Hits me quite hard with Body Slam, but it is a 3-hit KO. Then I can go for like a, Focus Blast 10. So it's going to go for another Body Slam. Graplock gets critted there. This battle's been a railroad. So first they Hitmontop got wrecked by Final Gambit, then Glade got wrecked by Final Gambit, and then I got critted on my Graplock. So it's a mega disaster, but I'm going to try and clutch now because I've got Dragonite. So we've got Focus Blast, Focus Punch, Attract, and Double Team. This is pure scum. So this step is going to be a follow. So I've got Max Attack and Max Special Attack, very similar to the Como build you've seen earlier on. And I've got the item as Blunder Policy, because as you know, Focus Miss can miss a lot of times. And I'm not running any Speed EV, so if I do miss once, I can go first a lot of the time and have the Max Attack and Max Special Attack. So, max power. So go for the Focus Punch here on the Kangaskhan. I've got that Attract going. Hopefully I can get an Infatuation here. And it did. It happened first go, and now Dragonite can punch the Kangaskhan. Don't hit the baby. And Kangaskhan is going to fake there in one shot. So that was awesome there. I was very, very lucky. I wish we could have the Kangaskhan little child come out of there. Like, we could use this as a baby. That'd be really cool, Gen 9, they released the baby Kangaskhan. And then... that'd be really cool. So next Pokemon's going to be Kingler. I was like, okay, well, this is looking pretty good. I can go for a Attract here, and I might even go for Focus Blast because Kingler's defense is actually pretty good. Kingler is going to outspeed me and go for an Ice Beam Sheer Force, and that's the end of my Dragonite. Now, the reason Dragonite got dropped in one shot there is because I'm running Inner Focus for this team. Normally, I would have run Multiscale, but I had to go with the theme team there as Inner Focus, so... Sheer Force Kingler is a force to be reckoned with. Now, I've got this Slowbro. It's a pretty fun set, but it does take it definitely does take a fair while to actually set this up because I've got this Yawn and Focus Punch set. So I don't know how much damage Kingler can actually really do to me because I have used Kingler before on the specials. I mean, let's be real, I've used every Pokemon and I've used almost like every move combination you could probably think up in your life, good and bad sets, but that's what makes it fun, got to try everything out. So we got this Kingler going for Scald there. Since it's got Sheer Force, it won't be able to get the secondary effects, and this set is all about trapping the opponent in with block, then going for Yawn, healing yourself off with Slack Off on that, bit of extra damage, you can say the opponent does to you, and then you can go for a Focus Punch while the opponent is asleep. Now, the EV spread on Slowbro is as follows. I ran Max Health and Max Attack. It doesn't hit really, really hard, but, the thing about it is it has a high base power on the move, so it does some pretty good damage there, unless the Pokemon's like super bulky. So go for Focus Punch. That was actually really, really good damage on a Kingler, right? So tightening my focus again, they're getting nipped on the tail by the by the shoulder, and now the Kingler is going to be still remaining asleep. Now, the only bad thing about this, right, is the fact that I really, really, really have to use 2 turns each attack. So that gives the opponent a very, very long time, actually, of, actually having a chance to wake up here. If it didn't wake up, it'd be fine, but I've got to burn 2 turns, sadly, which really, really sucks. So now Slowbro's going to go for another yawn here because the Kingler, unfortunately, did wake up. And it's gonna have some nice little sleeps. And I wonder what. Okay, question of the day, people. Question of the day. This is a serious question right here. When a crab goes to sleep, what does it dream about? Give me your best answer in the comment section. I'm trying to think of a good one myself here. Like, what would a crab? What would it think about in its sleep? Anyway, we're gonna go for another focus punch here on this Kingler. I'm gonna tighten my focus. Kingler is not gonna be waking up, which is good there. And Slowbro can finally take it out with a focus punch, which is good there. This team was very, very difficult. Like, I do have ways to get around ghost types with Grap Lock, but the problem was if the opponent brought too many ghost types along here, Grap Lock was like hard carry, and I virtually had to soak and then swap, and it didn't have like any, forms of recovery apart from playing spin. So in comes Zamazenta. I'm like, uh-oh, what's this set going to be? And it's going to go for a Katy Perry Raw. So I'm going to go for the yawn here on Zamazenta, and I'm going to try and put it to sleep. At least it'll be super effective. Iron Tail is going to miss there. So I'm not sure what set this is going to be. So I went for the block. So now I can't swap out. So Zamazenta seems to be a was that a raw? No, it was a Howl and Iron Tail set. Very interesting. Iron Tail does have a chance of dropping defense, so that's maybe what they're trying to go for with the set. Go for a focus punch there on the Zamazenta. That's actually. Oh, that almost did exactly the same amount of damage as it did the Kingler, so it's a 3-hit KO. I would need to get another, like a crit here for that to happen. So now Iron Tail is going to land, and then Slowbro is going to lose its focus. That actually did still a lot of damage there to my Slowbro. So now the Iron Tail is going to be Zamazenta's move it's going to keep using. So I thought to myself here, well, Iron Tail's accuracy, I mean, I wouldn't call it amazing, right? Maybe I should just keep using focus punch. He could miss, right? And it did miss. I was like, sweet, I didn't have to burn up another turn there. I could just go ahead and punch Zamazenta straight in the face. So there's the second one there. I need to use one more. Zamazenta is going to go to sleep now with the yawn set. So looking at this team, honestly looking at this team, Slowbro was probably one of my best Pokemon. And I'm not including Como here. I mean, Como was pretty good too. But it was pretty good because it could put the opponent to sleep, heal itself off, and then do some pretty nice damage with focus moves. But, focus punch. So that's going to be the end of Zamazenta. There's only one more Pokemon left, and it's going to be Urshifu. So Urshifu, I've got no idea what the sort of set. I know that any water type moves he's got is not going to do a lot of damage. And then he used Iron Defense. I'm like, uh-oh. This is not good because, as you know, this is only a physical attacking set, so my moves are not going to do much damage to this at all. I thought, you know what, I may as well put it to sleep. Let's go for a focus punch and see what it's going to do, right? Now, it's going to go for a second Iron Defense here, so this is going to have plus 4 on defense. Now, Urshifu's got a very, very impressive defensive stat, so with all these boosts, this is going to do absolutely nothing. Here it comes, and it did 3 damage, so I really have to swap out here and go to another Pokemon. It's also got Rocky Helmet on top of that, too. Now, I don't really know what other moves it's got, as in attacking moves, so I'm just going to leave Slowbro maybe for a little bit later. We're going to go into Trevor now. This is the Pokemon that took Como's place. I actually did both these battles before the Como, so that's why you're wondering. So I've got Focus Blast, Forest Curse, Sunny Day, and Carmine. This is based around actually getting the Sunny Day up and then getting Harvest with Patea Berry. I thought that'd be pretty cool. So it's going to have Liquidation. That's not going to do much damage to Trevenant at all. I guess they'd have to get a defense drop for it to do anything. And now I'm going to further reduce the damage that Liquidation can do as well. I believe this Urshifu actually has Body Press, and it's got Body Press, Liquidation, Iron Defense, and some other move. I really don't know what it is at the moment, but as soon as I seen the, the Iron Defense there, I had to guess. So we're going to grow some trees there. It's good to, grow some trees, help out the planet. And now Urshifu is going to go for yet another Liquidation here. So that's not going to do anything to Trevor at all. Really what I wanted to do, I wanted Urshifu to actually drop me into the range of Harvest. And then I could harvest a couple of Patea Berries and boost my attack. My special attack. Now, the attacking move that Trevenant had here was the Focus Blast. So that's why I wanted to get as many boosts up as I could. The EV spread is going to be max health, and I've got max special attack. So I built this one quite bulky, but with max special attack. It doesn't really have lots of special attack either. That's why I'm, kind of going for Carmine here. So we got a G-Max Urshifu here. I don't think my opponent can do much. Even its G-Max move won't do a lot, especially with the sun up and stuff like that. But it might do a little bit more than before. So we got the 3 turns of G-Max here, and it's going to be, I'd say, I don't know what sort of build they've got on this thing, but if I was running like, if I was running a body press set, I'd probably definitely have like max health. And they may even have max special defense too to make it like super tanky on all sides. That may not be the build, but it definitely could be too. So focus misses. I don't know how you miss. Like, how do you miss that? It's massive. So it's going to go for a G-Max Rapid Flow. This time it's going to land without the sun up, and it does do a significant more amount of damage here. Now, Trevenant has no way to heal itself here. It's not like I've got half a Citrus Spray. So what I'm going to do is set the sun up here. I know that it's got one more attacking move, and after that, it will be out of G-Max, and then I can hit it with a Focus Miss. Hopefully, that's the idea. Or I can even go for a Max Knuckle. I was starting to worry now that I might miss with Focus Miss. I, however, get a Potato Berry boost here, which is going to boost my special attack, which is great. Now, Harvest is going to be able to kick in right away there and give me another special attack boost there, which is going to be great. So with the sun up, it's a 100% chance. So we're going to eat another berry there, plus the special attack boost I already got from before with the Carmine. So now I am ready to take out this Urshifu. Slowbro is not going to be able to take it out. The only Pokemon that has a chance now is my Trevenant, and I cannot afford to miss a Focus Miss, because imagine if I got a critical hit, or I just kept missing all the time, you know, and it definitely can happen. So I've got a Max Trevenant here. We're going to go for a Max Knuckle coming off the Focus Miss, and this should be more than enough to take it out in, I reckon, 1 or 2 hits, depending on what the EV spread was, right? So Urshifu will outspeed me, go for liquidation. That's going to do nothing. It's still about a 4-hit KO here, you know, judging whether it's going to get a defense drop or a crit, of course. So go for that Max Knuckle, and that is going to be enough to take out the Urshifu. And that is the second battle there. A very, very long battle there. Almost 3 minutes out of 20 minutes. So thank you for the battle, Mr. Guzzler there. A really, really cool team. I liked a lot of those Pokemon, especially the Blissey final gambit. That was very, very nice. This is the third battle. This one is against Cotmice, and this was also a very, very long battle as well. So first Pokemon we got here is going to be a Master, and I've got my Gallade as lead. So I'm like, okay, this isn't a bad lead. Let's go for Thunder Wave on Gallade. Now this Gallade set, I didn't really get to explain it or show it, because last time it got it got final gambited. So I've got the Thunder Wave and Confused Ray. Got that going. But Amos is going to have a Lumberry, so it's going to heal it straight away, and, first Gallade on the moon. What I could do is I could go for Thunder Wave and Confuse Ray, and then hide behind my Substitute, and then go for Focus Punch. So that's a pretty good set. And really, probably one of the best Pokemon to do, sub-punching is like Breloom, because you can put the opponent to sleep, and then you can hide behind the sub, have the Black Sludge recovery, and then fire off a very, very powerful Focus Punch. But, Gallade obviously doesn't have that, but I tried to make it have some sort of stall with the Confused Ray and Thunder Wave, which, would allow me to set the Substitute up and, do that. I could have definitely run Leftovers on this as well. I think I had ideas to actually use Trick and Ring Target for any Ghost types and stuff too, but I think I ran out of time actually making this team. I can't remember because I did it last week. So now we've got the Omas and go for Endure here. So okay, well, it's going to live this attack at least. I can put this on 1 health. I don't know what sort of strategy this is actually running. So go for the Focus Punch on the Omasa. Obviously, that's going to take it down to 1 health. Focus Punch is a very powerful attack. Now, the EV spread on Gallade was max attack, adamant nature, and I've got max speed too. So Omasa is going to have a weak armor as his ability. I don't think it's going to outspeed me still, because it is paralyzed. Plus, Focus Punch gets that priority there. Omasa is going to get paralyzed, and I'm going to get my second Focus Punch off here, and that is going to be the end of that. So I really didn't see Omasa be able to beat me there, unless it was able to completely stop me from getting my Focus Punch going. It kept breaking, when I tightened my focus. That's going to be the only way it could have beat me. Next Pokemon is Porygon. So okay, well, let's go for Focus Punch again. This is good. Porygon is going to go for a Curse here, so it's going to boost its attack and defense. Okay, so if this does have Everlight, there's no way I'm going to one-shot this, it might be very, very bulky. And it could have access to recovery move as well. I've just got no idea what it's going to be. So go for Focus Punch there on the Porygon too. Very, very impressive damage there from the Gallade. And now Porygon is going to do something that's very, very bad. So I went for the Focus Punch, and now it's going to go for Conversion. Now, Conversion is going to actually convert it into a Ghost type. So oh no. So since a Ghost type is the first move in the party, in the move slot there, that'll turn it into a Ghost type, and Gallade cannot do anything. In fact, when you look at my entire team, I can't do anything to Porygon 2 at all. The only Pokemon that can truly come into this and actually do any damage is going to be my Grappler with Soak. since my Glade wasn't running anything like Trick and Ring Target. I probably should have ran that, but I was sort of in two minds with that set. I was like, I'll do a Sub Punch set, but I also want to give Ring Target away, but it didn't really work out that way. And Trevor had the Forest Curse too, but Forest Curse only adds the the grass typing to it. It still wouldn't actually do anything. So Porygon is going to hit itself in confusion. Now Graplock can go for the Soak and turn that into a Water type, which is going to be very, very handy. So now it's not going to be a Ghost type. I was just hoping the Porygon 2 would either stay confused or not turn itself into a Ghost type again. So now I'm going to go for a Octolock here on the Porygon 2. I got to drop these defenses because Graplock doesn't have the the offense that Glade has. The other move this thing has got is Last Resort. That does a lot of damage to me. It's a 2-hit KO. So I got to take this Porygon outright. So I got a special defense drop there, and I landed the Focus Miss on the Porygon 2, and I was like, okay, this should take it out, and it didn't. It did hardly any damage at all. Porygon 2 is going to go for a Last Resort here, and Graplock's going to fade. So, the only good thing about that is at least Porygon 2 is on a small amount of health. So swapping in Dragonite now, I'm going to go for Focus Miss, and it missed. I was like, no! And then you watch this, right? I got the Blunder Policy, which is good for the later Pokemon that are speedy, but Porygon 2 is now going to convert itself into a Ghost-type Pokemon. So okay, I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to have to take this out with Confuse Ray or go into Trevenant. Like, what should I do here? So I went into Trevenant. I just want to see what moves it's going to use. So I went for Curse again. Now, Curse is actually going to do a different effect. Curse, since it's a Ghost type now, it's actually going to faint itself, and Trevenant is going to have a Curse put on it. So that was really cool there, because normally, Curse obviously works differently on Ghost type Pokemon. So since Porygon 2 converted itself into a Ghost type Pokemon, it had the effect of Curse on a Ghost type, which is really, really quite cool. So in comes the Melmetal here. I'm just going to go for Focus Miss. It doesn't really do amazing amounts of damage. It's called Beam Metal, so I'm like, okay, does it have Steel Beam? But then he used Ice Beam. Like, okay, maybe it's just got Ice Beam, right? Ice Beam does a lot of damage there, and it Freeze Hacks me. This is mean, right? So Trevenant got Freeze Hacks. It ate its Potato Berry while it was frozen. Don't ask me how you do that, because your lips would be frozen. And then I got hit by the Curse from the Porygon 2 before. That was cruel. So poor Trevenant is going to get absolutely dominated there. And I've got I've got 4 Pokemon. So let's go into Glade here. Let's give this a go. So I thought, well, I could go for Confuse Ray and Thunder Wave here. I might be able to get a Focus Punch off here against this Melmetal. The most it's got is Ice Beam so far. I gotta try and get that Paralyze going. So it's got Solar Beam. So like, oh, okay. Then I'm starting to think, wait, maybe this Melmetal's got all beam moves, like Ice Beam, Solar Beam. I know that it's got Steel Beam. So here comes the Solar Beam. The thing about Steel Beam is it's going to have that nasty recoil, so maybe they don't want to use it. So I just managed to leave the Solar Beam there because Glade's special defense is pretty good and Melmetal's special attack is virtually trash. And I've got the Parafusion going, so things are pretty good. Now I can tighten my focus and go for a Focus Punch here and hopefully take the Melmetal. Melmetal also hits Self-Confusion there, which allows me to get a free turn. So here we go, people. Is Melmetal going to attack me, or am I going to get the attack on Melmetal? It is going to use Ice Beam, and Glade is going to go down. Damn, I was banking on Glade able to actually land that, but it's going to fade. So I've got Dragonite, and I've got Hitmontop. Now, Hitmontop has been trolled throughout this entire... every battle I did with Hitmontop, it got trolled. So I've got Hitmontop Intimidate. That's not going to matter. It's a special Melmetal. So I thought, you know what? Let's go for Focus Energy here. I'll get that Focus Energy up, and then I'll be able to go for Focus Blast, right? It snaps out of Confusion, but it gets paralyzed. So, okay, that's good. I avoided getting hit by a move. Focus Miss is going to miss again. And now the Melmetal's going to go for a Steel Beam right out of its nut. And this is a powerful move, right? Hitmontop almost gets dropped there. The only reason it didn't get fainted is because of its nice special defense. Focus misses again. The other move is Hyper Punch and Hyper Beam. So every single beam move. It sort of reminds me of one time this person on a stream used a Breloom called Beam Loom. It had Solar Beam and it had Hyper Beam. It was an incredible set there. Maybe this is some inspiration from that. So it's got 4 beam moves. And before anyone asks, I have done a beam moves team there, probably back in Gen 7. So go for a Focus Punch on the Beam Metal, and finally I take it out. Like, the good thing about using Hyper Beam there, it did allow me to able to use that. Next Pokemon is going to be Dragonite, and of course it's called Pickle Shot, and it's green. So this has to go because pickles are disgusting. So what I'm going to do here is also going to go for a track. Now, speaking of pickles, I will be doing, if you are still watching at the moment, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream on the 6th and 7th of August on my YouTube channel. So it'd be really cool if it could actually, come out to that one. So 6th and 7th of August, it will be on a weekend because I know most people will have a chance to rock up there. So, even if you could just drop in for 5 or 10 minutes, that'd be cool. I know a lot of people, there's lots of different time zones out there in the world. So this will give everyone a chance at least maybe come and say hi on stream. I'm going to take battles on there and stuff. We're going to do lots of different activities. So it should be like really, really fun. So yeah, I probably should have said that at the start of the video, but I'll do some reminders all week on my videos all the way up to there as well. So this is a very, very long period of this battle. Virtually what was happening here is the Dragonite was quite bulky and it resisted all of my moves. It also had Skull Bash too, which is actually increasing his defense by 1 stage. So my Focus Punch took 2 turns to use, and then they keep getting a defensive boost. So I had to use this and a combination of Focus Blast to try and take out the opposing Dragonite. So it literally took ages. But anyway, yes, I will be doing that, and after that week, I am going to be going away for about a week too, around my birthday, around the 15th, 16th of August. So I will be going away then, but during that whole week, I will have uploads going up every day. But that's sort of a little bit of what is happening in August and stuff like that. Now, also, I think we got like a Pokemon. I think we got like a Pokemon trailer reveal too, finally, which is. I think that's happening like tomorrow, which is on Wednesday. So that'll be interesting. I may even stream that as well. We'll see. I'd like to maybe have a look at that. Anyway, just some upcoming things there. I will mention those. Throughout the video, probably in my other videos during the week too. So I'd like to do that. It'll be pretty fun. So anyway, back to the battle here with the Dragonite versus Dragonite. That just gave me a good chance to tell you people what was going on here. This was going for ages, right? The Dragonite was hitting me a lot harder with the Skull Bash. Like, you can look at the damage, it was 3 hit KO, but I was getting more attacks off it thanks to the Attract, right? So our Dragonite is going to be attracted there, and it's got Water Gun. Seriously, there's no way I'm losing to a Water Gun shiny Dragonite called Pickle Shot. That ain't happening. That's a quit on the spot. So we're going to go for another Focus Miss here. I need like 1 or 2 more to take Pickle Shot out. Dragonite's going to be infatuated here again, and it gets infatuated this turn. So I went for Focus Blast again, and it landed. I was like, okay, I need like 1 more after this. You should be enough, right? And that one was actually max damage, so I actually managed to take it out there. Thank goodness, I would have got roasted forever. So there's only 2 more Pokemon left. We got Blossom, and there's also a Charmeleon left. So like, okay, I should be able to deal with Charmeleon. So we got 3 minutes left in this battle. As I mentioned, it was a very, very long battle there, like something else. And now Blossom's got infatuated by Dragonite's big wing. So now it's gonna go for Giga Drain, and that is gonna take Dragonite out. So like, this is not good. So Dragonite's gone now. My last Pokemon is Slowbro. Now Blossom is going to be hitting Slowbro pretty hard with Giga Drain. So like, I'm going to have to probably go for Dynamax here to increase my attack, because I had to be able to one-shot this, or I could go 3 Max Knuckles maybe to try and take it out. It will get sustained back from Giga Drain too. That's why I just Dynamax straight away. So Slowbro's going to be fairly thick here, but I don't have any like special investment. Now the Blossom's going to go for a Quiver Dance here. We've got 2 minutes left of the battle, and Blossom is going to become a very, very big threatening Pokemon here. So now Slowbro is going to go for its Max Knuckle. Max Knuckle's not going to do that much damage. So, like I reckon I'm going to need about 3 to take it out. And I've got to obviously calculate the fact then that Giga Drain is going to be healing the Blossom too. And the Blossom has also got leftovers at the same time. Now Charmeleon apparently couldn't swap into Dragonite or Slowbro. So this is virtually their last Pokemon to try and take my Slowbro out. So the first turn there, I got critted by Giga Drain, which really, really sucks there. Not that Blossom wouldn't have got all of its health back. It's just, it did a lot of damage to my Slowbro very early on. So I'm going to get a little bit of damage there from the Citrus Berry, not really much. And here comes my my second Max Knuckle here. So Max Knuckle's going to hit pretty hard. I'm going to need a definite critical hit on my last Max Knuckle to be able to take the Blossom out. Blossom's going to get another round of leftovers here recovery. So we got like 50 seconds left of this battle here. And here comes the final Giga Drain against my Slowbro. It doesn't take me out, but boy, it does a lot of damage. And it's going to heal the Blossom all the way back to full health. Actually, no, I think it might be missing 1 health. It lived on 1 health. So we got another Max Knuckle. This is my final shot here. I did my best job there against a Blossom. We got completely timed out here at the end. But Blossom would have definitely beaten my Slowbro, like, easily, because there's no way I could have got a focus punch there against it without my focus being lost. So I hope you enjoyed all 3 of the focus moves battles, people. That was pretty fun. I may upload another one tonight. We'll see. All right. Peace out, people.